Hello everyone and welcome to a big match preview. I'm here as usual when we play Liverpool. It's the big game up at Anfield this weekend. I'm here with Chris from the Redmen, the excellent Redmen TV, must I say, to preview the game at the weekend. Chris, going into this game, mate, West Ham, mixed bit of form, but Liverpool still red hot.
Yeah, we are, mate, and it's that front three, isn't it? It's Sadio Mane, it's Mo Salah, it's Roberto Firmino, and right now they're playing with such fluidity and such dynamism, if that's even a word. I mean, honestly, it's been amazing to watch. Like, Mo Salah's been a revelation all season long. He's one goal off what Suarez did in his best season for us, and it's February. It's February, and you're thinking, and it was so exciting watching Luis Suarez. It's just as exciting watching Mo Salah. Like, he's absolutely incredible. And the side that Klopp's got now, they're up there. And here's the thing, we're going under the radar still, but we're having a good season. And the problem is for us, Manchester City is so much better than everybody else. They're making everyone else look average. And this isn't an average Liverpool side, you know.
No, it's a very good Liverpool side. I said a couple of weeks ago, I think to you in private, I think you're one or two players off of a title challenge, a real one. Look, coming up, we had a good win last weekend. Obviously, we've had the weekend off. From the outside, what do you see of West Ham, and have you seen much of us?
No, I've not seen much of you. I tend to just watch Liverpool nowadays, mate, if I'm perfectly honest. I watch Match of the Day, obviously, but I try not to draw conclusions from Match of the Day because it's just not the way to view football, is it? You know, I mean, Arnautovic, for an example, I always thought of him as a Match of the Day player. I always thought he looked really good on Match of the Day, but never showed up in the games. Having spoken to you now and seen what he's done since Moyes has come in, you can tell that he's a real force at the moment for West Ham and stuff. But it's hard to view players, isn't it? I mean, Moyes, I don't have a lot of respect for David Moyes, but equally, he's doing a better job than Bilic, who was a manager that I kind of liked. So it's hard to judge, isn't it? But I do think from the last two games that we've played against you, there's a bit of a difference between the two sides, to be honest with you, and that sort of
the class the golf is in class is really showing there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And you know, Liverpool for a long time never had enough pace in the side, and it's what held us back. And I think now we've rectified that. You know, Sadio Mane and Mo Salah are two of the fastest players in the Premier League, and the two things that I noted last time we played, was that West Ham, the defence is dead slow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is dead slow. I mean, we've got a lot of aging defenders, so if we're going to get anything from the game this weekend, pinpoint where we can target you and pinpoint how we're going to get a point at least.
Well, so I think one of the things that Liverpool have shown is obviously we haven't been the best defenders. I think that's, everybody knows that. Our fullbacks are tending to push on really high against teams who are sitting in, and I think that's something that they've had to do. Earlier on in the season, we were overcommitting far too much, but we've tended to not do that as much in the last sort of month, 2 months. You know, we had a poor result at West Brom, but they came at us. They didn't it wasn't your typical West Brom performance. If people are going to sit in at Anfield, what we've seen is Liverpool dominate possession first half, tire the team out and beat them second half. We did it with Huddersfield. We went in 0-0 at half time and we beat them 3-0 at Anfield, and we've tended to see that. So I think it's about West Ham probably going out there and trying to get a goal quite early and unsettling us, and then, you know, keeping it tight till half time, and your boys getting that little bit of confidence that, you know what, we've lasted 45, we can last another 45 here. I think if it's 0-0, what's tended to happen in the past, in previous years, is that team's got confidence. Now we're settled and we're confident in our abilities that we can just carry on and we'll get you later in the game when you're a little bit more tired. So I think it's important to go and try and get a goal and have a go at us, because the teams that have sat in recently, it's not worked for.
Is there any chance that we could hope for a change of personnel being at Champions League week? I know you had a decent result, but...
Yeah, interestingly, we went away to Marbella at the weekend after the Champions League, because obviously we weren't in the FA Cup thanks to that West Brom game. The last time we went away, we had a little bit of a dip in form, because I think what happens is Klopp works on the fitness of these lads. And it's excruciating, I believe. And obviously he's building up their fitness from now until the end of the season. Now, if you follow cycling or anything like that, I'm a massive cycling fan, Nicky, and fitness is built up for a long time, but in cycling, you get your legs for the Grand Tours in the second and the third week of them. And so there's that little dip after this extensive fitness stuff where you might just catch us on a good week for yous because, funnily enough, we've had that break, but we've had that time and we've been working dead hard and the bodies aren't quite used to it yet and we're not getting the best out of them. And that's happened last time and it happened last season as well in January when we took the lads away. So it's happened twice now. So it could be that we're a little bit leggy on the day and that might be something that West Ham look to capitalise on. And of course, as it always is, corners, mate. Any ball, you'll notice it at the weekend. We zone on mark, I think everybody pretty much does in the league.
I think you've zoned on marks ever since I was born, mate.
Yeah, and you know what? But the way that we set up in front of the goal post, right? You've got the front near post here, let's say, and you'd have, it would be Matip or Lovren as that guy. Then Roberto Firmino's the middleman, and they'll put Van Dijk on the back stick. And any ball that's coming above Roberto Firmino's head, people have had success with. And it's, you know, it seems a bit nuts to me that Roberto Firmino, our striker, is in probably the most difficult place to mark. If you can get a runner on him, he's always a little bit unsure about whether to jump or whether to try and hold his man off for somebody else. And that's caught us out a few times in the last 6 weeks or so. Any ball onto Firmino's head is, you know, I hope I'm not giving everything away. But these managers know, football fans know, don't they, that's a big weakness for us.
Yeah. So. Look, we need the points desperately. You need the points desperately. How do you see this one going?
I think Liverpool will win. I think we'll do what I've said. I think we'll look to try and get an early goal, but won't be disheartened if we don't. I think we'll kick on from there if you decide to come out, and we'll maybe get a couple or 3 goals against you. There's an added bonus for us in that Manchester United play Chelsea on Sunday, and for the last few weeks, we've not been playing first. We've been playing after everybody else. So we get to put a little bit of pressure on these lads. And that Chelsea-Man United game's massive for us. We've got Man United in a couple of weeks at their place. So second place is on the line. You know, we can go into second if we beat you. And then if Chelsea beat Manchester United, we'd stay in second. So there's a lot on the line. But as I say, if there is a weakness, it might be that we're a little bit leggy after that training camp.
All right, brilliant. Thank you very much for joining us, Chris. Look, go and subscribe to the Redmen TV. They are the daddy of fan channels, the originals, someone we all aspire to be like in professionalism and all that stuff. Anything Liverpool, they do talk a lot of sense on there, actually, which is which you don't get a lot from a lot of fan channels these days, including ourselves. But Chris, thank you very much.
Cheers,
don't forget to subscribe to the Redmen TV. Don't forget to subscribe to us. Of course, leave a like on this video, share it, comment. What do you think the score's going to be? But Chris, once again, thank you very much. One thing left to say for me, come on you Irons.
Up the Reds.